Wi-Fi good. All right, we're live on YouTube. All right, so we're live on YouTube and we're live on Instagram. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our wine night. I will say for my lovely people on Instagram, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us throughout this pandemic. And it was his idea to start wine night. Secondly, what's up, everybody on YouTube? I know this is probably your first time seeing Shaun T live. Well, no, we did live the other day, but seeing Scotty on the YouTube. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, wait, you got anything to say before I get to run in my mouth?
Happy Friday, that's all. We made it another week. We can make it another week. We're here to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Ready, steady, go.
Ready, steady, go. We're here to make you laugh. We're make you have fun. I'll be looking like this because there's a camera down here and a camera down here. What's up, YouTube? Thank you for joining. All right, so if you don't know me, my name is Shaun T. Also, Shaun Blocker. This is my husband, Scott. We've been together for 10 years, married 8. Not that that's important. But tonight we're talking about everything Thanksgiving. Now, first of all, I ain't going to be one of those people that has my amazing dairy-free, gluten-free mac and cheese right here.
The shit. It is so good. It is mind-blowing how things that aren't dairy and aren't gluten can taste so good.
So, like I said, I'm not going to be one of those people that have food in front of me and not eat. I'm going to eat and talk.
So can we just do one thing first? Because I'm just going to take a sip of my wine, but I never want to do it without cheering to you because here's to Friday. Cheers to the freaking weekend. Thanks for joining us. Okay, and go. Okay.
All right. I didn't kiss my lips because I got food in my mouth and I just think it's gross.
Well, I mean, there have been grosser things.
That's true. All right. Anyway.
We're going to
First, I want to say, I ain't one of those people that have food in front of my face and not eat it. That's first of all. Secondly, the reason why I wanted to have Thanksgiving with all of you is number one, because we're so thankful for our community and our friends and our people. We love y'all. We love the people that join. For those on YouTube who do the workouts and listen to the podcast, and those of you on Instagram, you kind of are filled in on our entire life. But more than that, Thanksgiving has this connotation where you're like, well, I'm going to eat for one day and I'm going to make all this food and I ain't going to eat after that. I'm like, no. I'm like, listen, I literally put my foot into a lot of the food on this plate, and so did our family and friends. And so for me, I was just like, I'm not going to be one of those people that throw my food away. When I was growing up, and my mom is probably on one of these lives, we are from a family where, number one, you had to eat everything on your plate. And number two, when you felt like you were holier than thou, they were like, there are people in the world that can't afford this food. So do you think I'm going to scoop mine in the trash can? No.
We had trouble yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw our stories. I made these 2 large bins of just basically alcohol. Just pure. I'm not even going to lie. There was a couple fruits in one and some Jolly Ranchers in the other. And it was just straight alcohol. And our group is not really that big of drinkers. However, there was probably this much left in each of them. And as I'm grabbing it and I'm about to throw it down the sink, he's like, we can't throw that out of the sink. We can't throw this stuff away. And I was like, well, what are we going to do with it? I mean, we can't, I guess we could have, as Des said, we could have put it in a mason jar and fermented it and sold it online or something. But I mean, we just don't try to throw things away.
No, I don't throw things away. But first of all, let me tell y'all what's on my plate and how we made it. All right. So like I said, I have some vegan, gluten-free mac and cheese. I can tell you I made that. Scott's mom made some stuffing. He can't eat it because it's not gluten-free. Tell them about these biscuits.
Oh, so in my hunt to
let me hold them up after I take this bite.
Okay. In my hunt to try and find cornbread, gluten-free cornbread, which was sold out everywhere, I found...
No, it wasn't, because Elliot found it.
That's true, Elliot. He's amazing. I found the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits. Bitch. I found them gluten-free, not just the normal, gluten-free.
These are gluten-free?
I fell down on aisle 6 and I couldn't get up. Like, I was just like, they're like, there's a man down on aisle 6. I'm like, it's just me. I found Cheddar Bay Biscuits that are gluten-free.
No, they didn't. They didn't do all that in the store.
They did, actually.
Be embellishing the truth. Y'all hear them production in the back. Oh,
Cheddar. They're
come
eating.
let me tell you, I can't show y'all production today, but production has a full plate as well.
A plate
Anyway,
of sweet potato pie, sweet potato casserole, and the baked macaroni and cheese. All I'm saying is this: those Cheddar Bay biscuits, the bomb DZ, and gluten-free. Not that means healthy; it just means that I can eat it. But
I didn't know they were gluten-free.
They are gluten-free. At least the box said it was. Who knows if they're actually
turkey? Scott's mom made turkey. I have the dark meat.
Okay.
Scott's dad made a rack of lamb. We have some Brussels sprouts. I have my very famous sweet potato casserole.
Let's get into the sweet potato
Elliot
casserole.
took his chicken and noodles home. Didn't want to share it. Didn't want to leave it at my house.
He did not leave it at the house, and he was like, "I'm going home."
You know, you be having guests, and they be taking their plate. They be taking the whole pot right with them.
Shady as fuck. And he put up this really long post about how his family makes all these things, and his mom makes this thing that's traditional, right? And so he's gonna bring it to our village. That village saw 2 scoops, and he bolted out the door. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
But I do make a point in reference to the people that were at our house.
Mm-hmm.
They are part of our village. We're with them every single day because I know there are a lot of people who aren't traveling, can't see their families because of COVID. So we definitely took that into consideration. But anyway, if you want to know, go.
And I was gonna say, we need to talk about why we did what we did when we decided what we were gonna do for Thanksgiving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a couple days ago, probably about a week ago, I got the text from the parents. Love them. They're probably watching. Hi, Mom and Dad, love you. Thanks for the food. They said we need to start making plans so that we can get food for Thanksgiving. And instantly I'm like, oh, Thanksgiving. Like to me, growing up, Thanksgiving was, I mean, again, I love my family. It was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. That was it. All our relatives lived on the East Coast. We really don't have any relatives other than an aunt and uncle and some grandparents at the time. And so I don't have any cousins. And so to us, like Thanksgiving was never really any sort of like huge party tradition, right?
I'm eating, keep talking.
Go for it. So he looks at me and he's like, do you really want to know what I'm thinking about? Like, even if I were to say no, he's going to tell me anyways. So he's like, we should do this. We should talk to your parents and talk to our village and see and bring and have fun. Like, let's make this Thanksgiving fun. Let's make it something that we look forward to. Everyone's going to bring their favorite dish. We're going to have alcohol. We're going to, not that anyone doesn't have alcohol, but we're going to have a pool party. We're going to have a pie off in the morning. We're going to have a pool party in the afternoon. We're going to drink ourselves silly. We had the Deep Blue Sea punch. We then had a melon ball punch as our
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea punch was the first course. The melon ball punch was the second course, and then the peach daiquiris by the pool by bartender Bill was our third course of meals for our drinks, and we were festive. And then we have the food.
Yeah, but one of the things that I really loved about this Thanksgiving is because a lot of people wake up in the morning and they're like right away they're stressed out that it's like it's a chore to enjoy this time and want to eat because we have these fitness goals and everyone has this not everyone, but a lot of people have this super terrible relationship with food that they feel that if they want to enjoy some good tasting food, listen, in some cultures, at least the Black culture in America, on Sundays, it's a thing. Like, yeah, I know you can cook healthy every Sunday, but it's a thing. And so on Thanksgiving, for me, growing up, it was about fellowship. It was about fun. It was about, family. It was about friends. It was whoever was at your house. And in a lot of cultures, you celebrate through meals and at the table. And so it just really annoys me. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm judging you, but it definitely annoys me that people wake up on Thanksgiving Day and they're stressed about the fact that they're going to eat these amazing meals and have this amazing time with their family. And I'm just not going to do it. And that's why I always tell people, eat in moderation. What?
No, I was just going to say you're not going to do it.
Oh,
That's
I always tell people, eat in moderation. If I eat 85 to 90% healthy all year. 1 day or 2 days listen, and I ain't even trying to say this for nothing other than nothing.
Yes, let's move the wine out of the way.
I had some drinks last night.
You had more than some drinks.
Did my abs disappear?
Nope.
My abs didn't disappear last night.
They sure didn't.
You know what I mean? People think they're going to lose 30. Get out of here. People think they're going to lose 30, 40, or gain 30, 40, 10, 12 pounds in a day. And you ain't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not doing that to be facetious.
He's being fresh. He's being
No,
fast.
I'm not. I'm not being fresh. Everybody has their own body. I'm just saying that my abs didn't disappear overnight because I had some amazing food. I told Elliot before we started that I was going to do that.
I know.
Elliot actually told me that people out there have a fetish on watching people eat. I didn't know that. So I'm just going to keep eating if it makes you excited.
What's the name of that fetish? Can we get a little research on that?
No, we don't need to go there. And Chip is over there.
He is.
Getting started.
Tap, 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 tap.
So YouTube, what y'all don't know is behind the scenes, we have a production crew. And anyway. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, it's Chip and Elliot, and they're amazing, and they set everything up for us, and they make it look like we have an actual show. This little dog and pony kind of thing is like an actual production. We fired production several times over the course of this. How many months have we been doing? Since 8 months. We've been doing Wine Night for 8 months. We've had about 12 different production teams, fired them all. And we ended up with these guys just because they were the last ones in Phoenix.
Don't listen to him, y'all, especially the people on YouTube who don't know him. Just like in one ear and right off the other. Do you know where that rhyme was from?
Yes, it's Moni Love.
No, it's no. I think it's MC Light.
MC Light. I was going to say MC Light. Actually.
Anyway, wait.
Muff banging?
In UK.
Muck banging.
That's the fetish for watching people eat.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank God we put that filter on there for YouTube that says no kids allowed. All right. Anyway, we were going to talk about something. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to go in there if you want to, like where you want to talk about the kids. You want to go to?
No, we're not. That's Why Not After Dark. Why are you always trying to give it away?
Well, I don't know. You know, I'm trying to tease the crowd to bring them into the club because I want people to come see the After Dark stuff, which is what stays in Why Not After Dark.
All right. On YouTube or Instagram, if you have any topics you want to talk about tonight, it could be food, it could be fun, it could be marriage, it could be mucking, whatever it is.
Mucking.
Put it in the comments. All right. So since one of the things we talk about on Wine Night, for those of you on YouTube who don't really know us like that, I read an article today and I really want to get Chip and Elliot. Can you guys come over here for a second, leave your food? I have a question for people out there. Maybe you should bring your phone, Chip, so you can see it. Yeah, okay. All right.
There's Chip. There's Elliot. He's a giraffe.
You can't
so
even
see his head.
Bend down, a giraffe. All right. I read an article today. It popped up in my Apple feed. And it was an article about a man who was at dinner with his wife, and it was his wife's birthday.
Okay.
Now, their waiter was a woman who had a bald head. And, you know, they were kind of going through the night. And then kind of toward the end, maybe 3/4 of the way, after they had gotten their meals, the server, her name, she said something like, she made reference to the man and his bald head because she had a bald head too. She was like, oh, and, you know, they kind of made a couple little jokes. And then he said something like, well, I think it really looks good on you. And you know, you don't see a lot of women with bald heads. And his wife, basically finished the meal, didn't say anything else to him for the rest of the meal on her birthday meal. And then when they got in the car, they got into an argument. And then for the next year, it's been a year. She's still like jabbing, like, I'm sorry, I can't be striking like the woman at the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So I have a question for people out there because on Wine Night, we also talk about relationships and stuff. So I'm not going to ask you. I'll ask you in a second. If you guys were at dinner, and I want to know your feelings on that in the comments. If you were the wife of the man or the spouse of the man, would you have felt slighted because it was your birthday? And would you have felt like the husband was flirting with the woman in a way that would have made you upset? And you could be honest. I just want to know because I was just like, this is a very interesting something to talk about.
But there's a difference in flirting and being complimentary or recognizing someone who's attractive.
Yep.
You know?
And I also do feel like there's a layer of security within your relationship.
Yeah.
Because if I mean, we talk about all the time. We'll be at dinner or whatever, be driving. I'm like, "Ooh, did you see him?" or something like.
Mhm.
Who cares?
Oh, y'all fast over there in the back.
But like you always say, it's not the thing.
It's the thing.
All right, well, on that note, you can go sit back. All right. Thank you, guys. So, what are some comments in the chat? Because my eyes aren't that good to see. Anybody saying anything?
I wouldn't have been upset at all.
Honestly, it depends on how he says it. No, it's just a compliment. There are insecurities. When I was insecure about myself, I would do this, but now that I have confidence in myself and our relationship, no.
All right. So there are some people that said they would have done it before because of their insecurities. How would you have felt?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that pre-Shaun, I always say PS, pre-Shaun, I probably would have been like, no, I'm okay, actually, because, you know, in my family, we always, you know, like to spread love and happiness and positivity. And we as a family always are commenting on people, and if they're wearing a nice piece of clothing or they look cool, they have a cool hairstyle or whatever. So I probably would have been fine with it. Totally.
Okay. Well, me too. However, there was a point in my life where I was insecure where I definitely would have been like, you know, responding in a way that was, I mean, I would have felt slighted or hurt. But I think it comes down to the relationship and where your relationship is. You know, now, I think the thing is, like, if I didn't feel attractive to you or I didn't feel like you were attracted to me, then I would have, you know, I probably would act out in a certain way. Or if our intimate life completely sucked, you know, and you're flirting with somebody and we can't even get it together at home, then I would be probably in a different situation.
But doesn't, you know, that's an example of it's not the thing, it's the thing, right? That's never the fact that you have complimented someone on their hairstyle. It's the fact that y'all haven't gotten it in for the last, I love this hair, by the way. I love.
Yeah, talk louder.
Oh, sorry. I love. Just kidding. It's never the thing. It's the thing. So, I mean, let's be honest. It's not about giving a compliment. It's about what's not going on and what they're not talking about when they're having the relationship. So, you know, let's be honest.
Why wouldn't he be?
Well, lots of people aren't.
All right. So, you know, clearly you guys don't see any donuts tonight because honestly, I'm going to get to my second recipe of the night. First of all, before I give you this recipe, if you want to join our Why Not After Dark Club, you can go to my Instagram or you can go to whynotaftherdark.com, whynotaftherdark.com. Scott has a very interesting question for the Why Not After Dark Club members tonight that is a lot more intense and deep that we wouldn't talk about here in a live format. But if you join Why Not After Dark, we go a little bit deeper. Really for the open-minded people. Yeah. I mean, not that you're not open-minded if you don't go in there, but we go a little far. So to talk about deeper relationship issues. Go ahead.
Question. On a scale of 1 to 10,
Who are you asking?
You, this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you have rated that Thanksgiving as compared to others in the past?
Others in the past, meaning since we've been together?
Sure.
I mean, that definitely ranked in the top 2.
Ooh.
Only because, like, one of my favorites was when we went to North Carolina. Yeah. Because we had fun that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Just checking.
I mean, we woke up, we had a pie off. All right. We're going to get to the winner of the pie off. And then I'll get to my recipe. All right. So we had a pie making contest yesterday. And that started at 10:30 in the morning. And
no, people didn't show up until 11. So
yeah, people were late and out of date.
People were living for Scott chewing on that bone, by the way.
No bone. I give you a bone.
I never.
Who taught you how to chew a bone like that?
Before I met him.
Not in that way either.
Well, pre-Shaun.
Here, let me show these people how.
I would never, ever. I would pull the easy stuff out and be like, okay, I'm done. Now that I met him, he's taught me how to eat a chicken wing, though I won't go there. Like, let's be honest. Like, he's gnawing everything. He's like sucking on the bone, getting everything
By the time
out.
I finish this,
it won't even look like a bone.
But I'm very proud of you. The fact that these people noticed you.
Yeah.
All right, what were we talking about?
That was very white.
Oh,
the pie off.
The pie off. First of all, it was really fun. I'm going to start with one of the biggest dramatic moments of the day, because of the morning. So Elliot was making a pecan or pecan pie, however you say it. So the recipe called for corn syrup. So he's checking out at the store, and he said, "You guys don't have any corn syrup." There was no corn syrup left in the store, right?
Right.
So there was no corn syrup left in the store.
What store was it?
Natural grocery.
It don't even matter.
Okay.
It don't matter what store it was.
Here it comes.
So anyway, so he was checking out, and he said, "You guys don't have any corn syrup." And the lady at the register said, "Oh,
Somebody already commented.
you can just use molasses." So Elliot didn't tell me that until he got to the house, and he had already poured it. It was already in the oven. I said, "She told you to use what?"
Just like that, actually.
He said molasses. So I'm like, okay, we're going to have to figure this out. Anyway, needless to say, you ever see, now I love me some Elliot, y'all. Y'all have to understand, Elliot is my boy. Like we go way back to like June, July. Like, I mean, he is my boy. Like I live for him.
July 2020,
But
FYI.
You want to know what that pie tasted like? Elliot, don't get mad at me, but I'm gonna say what the pie tasted like. That pie, and I hope you make another one for me. He got a new recipe from Scott's mom.
With corn syrup.
So last week in our neighborhood, they laid down new asphalt. Right? They laid down new asphalt in our neighborhood.
I'm clutching my pearls right now.
We couldn't drive on the street for like 24 hours. And I was like, after that pie came out the oven, I said, listen, I'm going to taste it because I'm going to support.
But let's be honest, that pie looked visually like if it were getting a score on visual, it was a 10 plus.
Until you can
It came out and I was like, this has been like shellacked. It is for visual purposes only. Like we can't even touch it. It was like mind-blowingly. I hate fucking pies. I hate them because it's a fake dessert. It's like, it's always got fruit in it.
Really
it's
angry.
Like, well, I mean, I'm just being honest. I hate pies. I hate them. Anyway, when he brought it in, I was like, oh, okay. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. If all the pies, I'll taste the pecan. He pulled it out. Hey, he showed everyone like we got it ready for the competition. Hey, he got it ready for the competition. Hey, watch your eye roll. And
because it's ridiculous. Like nobody's even talking about sex.
People, you're here with me. Come on. Hey, come on. We're always there. He pulls it out of the oven and it was still incredible. I was like, wow, like I cannot wait to taste this.
So anyway,
bless his heart.
Then it was my pie. I had people tasting the batter. I was in it. It was a tough pie to make, but I was like, cool. Put it in the oven.
From scratch.
Made it from scratch. Put it in the oven. It was time to go outside to the pool, have my drink in my hand. It said to leave it in the oven for 60 minutes. An hour and 45 minutes later, somebody said, yeah, there was a pie in the oven.
The thing though is,
it wasn't burnt. It was like golden brown on top.
I would have to say I am not a burned fan. It was golden brown, and I thought, as far as cheesecake goes, because you were doing a cheesecake, a gluten-free vegan cheesecake, I think, right? I was impressed. I was like, ooh, this could really, like, we have some competitors.
So anyway,
he's so
no, because I wasn't done telling the story about my pie.
Hashtag but first.
So I walked in. And I took a little slither and I was like, oh, it's not bad. But then by the time it got time for the pie eating contest, the taste test, people, the tar that I was talking about that was in our neighborhood the other day? That's how hard it was to cut through my crust. So see, people think I'm being mean to Elliot. I'm like, my shit was fucked up too.
It was It looked really good as far as the visual. His was probably more of a 9. Elliot's was a 10 plus. I'll be honest. I wanted to hop in that.
Then there was the hot chocolate pie.
Yeah.
That Mackenzie made. It was basically mousse on crust. I was like, oh. I mean, it tasted good. It tasted good, but I was like, eh.
Oh,
I was like, you
my
ain't.
God. We love you, Mackenzie.
I hope she's watching. I love her, but I gotta throw a little shade because it's for funny. And then the second place winner
wasn't there a tie?
Cinnamon roll. I thought you won.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
There was a cinnamon roll, apple cinnamon roll made by Des, which was amazing. It would have been a tie if Scott didn't vote for himself.
What are you supposed to do? You mean to tell me that if you're running for president of the United States, you're not going to vote for yourself, you're going to vote for someone else? Thank you. I might have the pie over here. I hate pies, but it was a cookie dough peppermint brownie pie. Get into that. I'll be right back.
I'm just going to drink my wine.
The comments are overwhelmingly asking for the mac and cheese recipe.
I'll give you the mac and cheese recipe. I'll let you guys see this.
It is a gluten-free crust with some brownie and some cookie. Those are cookie dough drops. I dropped the cookie dough in the brownie. It was.
Elliot loved it.
It was great.
Wait, what was your first place?
The apple pie.
My first.
You're fired. Get out.
Yeah, Chip loved it. My first place was the apple pie.
You're fired. Get out.
But I'm not really a brownie person.
You're not really a brownie
I'm not a
person.
big brownie or chocolate.
I like that apple caramel mix.
Hey.
All right.
And I made cookies. Some people think
Oh, they're right here. They're
I didn't
good.
even get a
We
taste.
didn't. I don't think we tasted them part of the.
Oh, I couldn't have Chip's cookies because he made them with almond butter.
It
Oh.
wasn't like a teaspoon. It was like the base is almond.
Basically,
All right,
Chip is-
after this,
Chip
I'm
is
going to
trying
give
to kill his
After this,
boss.
I'm going to give everyone my
Those
my
right there. They
mac
were
and
good.
cheese
I
recipe.
tried it.
I'm gonna give everyone my mac and cheese recipe, and I'm sure you guys are gonna want it. So maybe we can
People,
put it in.
it's
Story.
simple. It's delicious. It's mind-blowingly.
Now they want the pie recipe.
Okay,
Well,
Just give it all.
we're gonna put these recipes in stories, but I'm gonna tell you how I made. Oh, I have 3 recipes to give, and then we're heading over to our Wine Night After Dark Club. WineNightAfterDark.com if you want to join. We're probably gonna be in there in about 10 minutes. Okay. The mac and cheese recipe, gluten-free mac and cheese made out of brown rice pasta. You need vegan cheese, dairy-free cheese, mostly cheddar and Gouda. Okay.
Gouda. Get
the
the
slices. Try not to get the already shredded cheese. Get the slices, and you can use vegan butter if you want. And pea milk. So, all right. So the pasta is the pasta. The brown rice, gluten-free pasta. The milk is, I use Ripple pea milk, which is vanilla. I use the vanilla flavor. And then I used, I forget the brand of dairy-free cheese, but all you need is Gouda and
Daya. Daya, D-A-I-Y-A.
D-I-Y-A.
Yeah.
But there were a couple different types. We'll put it in the stories. Y'all really at dinner with me now because I'm burping. All right, so you got the dairy-free cheese, Gouda, and cheddar. They had another type of cheddar, but I didn't use that one. But anyway, they're the only 2 I used. And then the vegan butter, right? You put the milk, the pea milk, the cheese, I kind of like broke it up myself. The vegan butter in a pot, maybe like this big, and you just turn it up and you melt it and you constantly stir. And you stir and you stir and you stir. It takes a long time to melt vegan cheese, FYI. It takes forever.
How long? Approximately how long? Hour?
No.
20 minutes? 40? I'm being honest.
What can I answer? Because you want to guess or you want me to answer?
Higher, lower.
Anyway, so basically the brown rice pasta, you don't cook the gluten-free pasta. You don't cook all the way through, right? You just cook it just enough.
Al dente.
Al dente. But also I put I also put in the water of my pasta when it starts boiling. I put one of whatever cooking oil you use because gluten-free pasta can, what's it called, coagulate or whatever. They can stick together, and I don't do that sticking together nonsense.
Lube it up.
So like it can stick together. So I put oil and I put my Lowry seasoning salt in the water and I mix.
Lowry.
And then I take it off while it's al dente. Then all the cheese and butter and milk is melting, all dairy free. Why are you laughing, Chip?
I'll put it in the comments so everybody get their pencil because I'm not typing this down.
Oh, he'll do it. Chip will do it later. He's gonna like ask me specific questions.
She's gonna make her own mac and cheese.
All right. So listen. Then that's the recipe basically. But then you have your pans and then you put half the macaronis in the pot.
The macaroni.
And then you pour half of the cheese and you mix it around in there. And then you put a whole layer, slices of cheese on the top. And then you put the rest of the macaroni in there. And then you pour, what are y'all laughing at?
You said
Macaronis. You put the macaronis.
Oh, macaroni in a pot. They back there laughing. My production team is very, very
Fast.
no, they're disturbing me. What's their macaronis is not a word.
It's not.
Anyway, I'm gonna give y'all the recipe. Anyway, the most important thing is put half the macaroni in the pan. Then you pour the buttered stuff in there, the cheese, the melted stuff. You mix it around. Then you put slices of cheese over top of that first layer. Then you put the rest of the macaroni in. Then you put the rest of the cheese, melted cheese and stuff in. And then you put another layer on top. And then you cook it at 375 for 35 minutes and covered. And then you take it out, you take off the cover, and then you cook it again for another 25 minutes at 400. And it is crispy and it's good and it's amazing. And it's even better the next day. My final recipe for today is a very easy, but you're gonna tell them that one. But
No. They gotta pay for that one. Why not after dark?
The recipe is my sweet potato recipe. Very easy. I actually cooked the sweet potatoes in a pot for 45 minutes, boiling water. Take it out, strain it, rinse it off with cold water. Take off the skin, put it in the pan. I mash it in the pan, mix everything in the pan. Make some homemade cinnamon sugar since he couldn't find it at the store.
Here we go.
Ended up making some homemade cinnamon sugar.
It's probably better because he made it from scratch. Thank you.
Homemade cinnamon sugar. You don't need too much because sweet potatoes are already,
And you don't need too much because there's another item that he's going to pour over the top that you don't even need the cinnamon sugar for.
But the cinnamon sugar, you mix it up really, really well. Then you take some organic syrup. You do just a little drizzle. Don't pour it like you poured it on pancakes. Just a little drizzle. You mix that up. And then you cook it. I think I put it in for like 30 minutes at 375. Just to make sure it's nice and hot because you already cooked it. Make the sugar seep in. And then you put big marshmallows all around the top. The big marshmallows.
Like the big marshmallows.
And you leave that in there.
Size matters.
You just put that in there 300 for like 30 minutes. They'll get a little golden brown like this.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Like that. I don't know, you can see
it's kind of like a s'mores. You know how the marshmallow like cooks a little bit on the campfire and it makes it a little crispy. Forget about it. Anyway, those are his recipes. If you want the cookie brownie pie, you're gonna have to go to Why Not After Dark.
Anyway, we're gonna log off. We're gonna head over into Why Not After Dark. But first, as Julie Chen says in Big Brother, but first, if you want to join my workout tomorrow morning, you get a free workout by joining my Safe Space community. My Safe Space community is just a really great supportive community to help you get through the year. Each month we have some sort of masterclass. We've been having guests. You get private workouts. You get bonus workouts, but more importantly, each and every month, besides the masterclass, you get a community of people that really want to help you succeed, and everyone has each other's back. In the new year, we're going to be doing Wednesday dinners, and I'll tell you guys why.
Oh,
Once a month, we'll be doing Wednesday dinners. Join the Safe Space. Go to ShaunTFitness.com/Safe Space. If you join tonight, you'll be able to join our turkey burn workout tomorrow morning. It will be up in the Facebook group for 24 hours. Also, when you join the Safe Space, you get access to some of my amazing courses that help you just continue to trust and believe in who you are. We take you on a little journey as you enter. And last but not least, make sure you go to Shaun T Apparel, because we have amazing, is it 30% off all weekend or just today? 30% off all weekend Shaun T Apparel stuff. We have amazing donut gear, Donut Friday gear. Okay, that's enough. We have amazing Donut Friday gear. And then last but not least, next Saturday, we have our holiday dance event where I'm going to be teaching choreography. If you love to dance, join us next Saturday. You can go to shaunty.live. Right, Chip?
Yes. And the site for the Safe Space is ShaunTFitness.com/safe.
And the site for the Safe Space is ShaunTFitness.com/safe space.
If you guys want to join us for wine tea after dark. Wine night after dark.
Wine night after dark. You ain't getting none of the tea.
I'm gonna get some later.
Oh my God.
Hold on. So if you want to join us on Wine Night After Dark, join us Wine Night After Dark Club
And
Wine Night After Dark
Club. WineNightAfterDark.com.
Just
to all
join
my
us.
YouTubers, thank you guys so much for joining us. I know you probably see my podcast on here and my workouts, but if you enjoyed it, let us know, and we will come back in here as well. This is just a test to see if the YouTube community.
We'll see our clubbers.
We appreciate everyone that
10
follows that
minutes.
page. All right, Chip, I need your help.
It's gonna get pretty
Crazy. Chip is bye, everybody.
Bye,
Happy Thanksgiving.
bye,
Bye.
bye.
Bye. All right, bye,
Bye,
everybody.
bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.